right, welcome back to the Patriot Hour for Monday, July 15th, 2019. I am Michael, your host. If you're new to the channel, folks, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for joining in. We got some interesting tidbits of information to go over here this morning. Here at the Patriot Hour, we always encourage you to think for yourself, do all your own research, verify anything we say, anyone says, watch everything you can, listen to everybody you can, but believe none of it. None of it until you can verify it in your own right, folks. And how do you do that? Well, that is how you work, whether it's with your head, your gut, but you're going to be looking at lots of information, just like in the intelligence communities, depending on if you're looking at digital means, phone calls, emails, you're going to look at tons of information, and a lot of it's not going to pertain, or you're going to have to chew the meat, spit out the bone, find out what's good and what pertains to you and what you're looking for in that particular case at that given time in history. So, all right, without rambling on too much, if you're new, make sure you're subscribed, hit the bell, toggle the switch. We got tons of videos we do live. We might be going live later this evening, hour-long show with call-ins. We have videos like this. We have videos like I was doing yesterday where it's just getting to the point and showing you visuals with the message. So we got tons of different flavors. We try to cover everything that is important at that time, folks, and we have to make that decision. And sometimes it's not, or not with what you're doing in your own research. And there's tons of videos, tons of other people, tons of channels, tons of information. It's up to you how you get it and what you do with it. Right now, in this point in history, we got lots breaking on the Epstein Island. It's going to be huge. This is going to be the Band-Aid that's still gushing underneath, and they, had something over it. Yes, Epstein's involved. It was his island. He was the guy they propped up. He's the guy that's going to go down. But he's trying to talk, folks. He's trying to give names. Do we need it? Do we already have it all? Pretty sure we do. Is there more that he can offer? We don't want to see the guy only get 5 years. Not again. Not this kind of, we want justice, and justice isn't 5 years for this guy. I don't care how many names he names and names and names. Need to, get to the bottom of it all. So we're going to keep following along here. We got some new queue updates. Let me make this just a hair bigger. Find out, try harder. So we're going to go to, I think, 3428.7. So we got more high-res drone footage from Epstein Isle. 3427. Let me pull this in. Desktop, and that is new. All right, we're going to skip the music they have. So this is a more high-res drone footage of Epstein Island. This came on the 14th of July, 2019, yesterday at 2:55 p.m. in the afternoon. 3427 in the series. These people are sick. Hunters become the hunted. Q. And we'll keep an eye on this here. See, it looks like a very high quality 4K. I've been to all three Virgin Islands, St. Croix, St. Thomas, and St. John. Just recently, St. Thomas and St. John. I'd been to St. Croix in the Navy years ago. Now, with Trump's new executive order put in, not new, but, put back in December 2017. And I know I got this loud. There we go. You're going to take monies and properties like this back, and it's going to come back to the U.S. Now, I don't care. Look at that little sundial, whatever the heck. I do not care we get this thing back or not, it can't ever be turned into an awesome place for us to go visit because, just too much horrific activity. All right, hey, the new, hotel opened up on former, Pedo Island. No. The grounds are tainted. All right, this drone's getting all up close and personal. We got the flag lane over there. So I know a lot of these little islands are, I don't imagine he'd have a car there. Maybe he does, or golf carts of sorts, gators. Huh. What this is. Huh. That is odd. All right, we're coming over here. Now, folks, I was looking at this the other day. I haven't heard this anyway. I know these symbols around this temple. The temple dome is gone from the hurricane, but look at that. The first red writing here. I'm going to pause it as we come in. That's odd. Right here, if you look at the red writing, it almost looks like pedo. P-E-D-O. I know that's an O at the end. It almost looks like a D. I know this P looks very similar to the D, and there isn't no line coming off the P per se, but I don't know. It just strikes me as odd. And I know there's other breakdown of that stuff to mean other things. I've seen it. I actually got ladder inside of there. I was getting in there. Not sure what I'm seeing. It's kind of reflecting. I see a ladder and a scaffolding, to maybe, or is that bed? Scaffolding. Yeah, the scaffolding. I see the levels. Like they're in there doing work. Wow. Okay, so here's one I saw right here. This is what I was talking about. Almost looks like pedo. This seems to be a little backwards or not painted like it is now. They have that. All kinds of meaning. All right, that's that Glesson Maxwell. We'll get back to her. Here's where the island's located. Like I said, you got the Dominican Republic to the left, Cuba, all that. I mean, it's pretty far out there. The Virgin Islands, U.S. Virgin Islands, a chain of those. There's a couple, close to 200 little islands broken off the three main ones. There you go. It's the older one I had grabbed. So, all right, we'll get back to these Q posts. So here we go. The New York Post article. This is post 3,428. Came on the 14th of July at 3:41 yesterday, late afternoon. New York Post article. Inside the Victoria's Secret pipeline to Jeffrey Epstein. So Glishland Maxwell follow the family. UK/US 1 and 2. Umbrella Surveillance Leapfrog 1 through 4 points of contact. Open source. She runs this society for children as well. There she is. Maxwell, Miss Maxwell. So Glassline Maxwell attends the 2014 ETM Education Through Music Children's Benefit Gala at the Capitol on May 6, 2014 in New York City. This article here at the top, inside the Victoria's Secret pipeline to Jeffrey Epstein. So in 2004, Elizabeth Tai was a 21-year-old model with big dreams. Turn this down a little bit. A month after arriving in Manhattan, her booker gave her an Upper East Side address and told her he had set up a meeting with the man who would be able to get her gig modeling for Victoria's Secret catalog. He told me this is one of the most important people in modeling. Tai had told the Post. He said, this man is in charge of Victoria's Secret, and he's going to change your life. Jeffrey Epstein did end up changing Tai's life, but not in the way she expected, she said. Epstein, 66, a convicted pedophile, was arrested last week for sexually abusing dozens of minor girls in the Upper East Side mansion and his residence in Palm Beach, Florida. The arrest stems from incidents between 2002 and 2005. I rang the doorbell of this incredible mansion, and a butler answered the door, said Tai, who hails from Padova, a small town near Venice. It was astonishing. It was a very beautiful house, and I saw about 5 models walking around as soon as I walked in. I was so excited. Tai said she was greeted by a woman with short black hair who showed her into Epstein's office. She doesn't remember the woman's name, although when the Post showed her a photograph of Glassline Maxwell, Epstein's gal pal, she confirmed she looked like the same woman. So this is the one supposedly that met this Tai. So the British socialite, a daughter of media mogul Robert Maxwell, has not been charged with a crime, but has been accused by 3 women in court papers of recruiting young women for Epstein. 2 of them alleged that both Maxwell and Epstein sexually assaulted them. So this article goes on and on about her involvement. Now, if you guys remember, I was just talking about this the other day with somebody, the elite Madame of Hollywood that went down for providing high dollar prostitutes to all the A-list actors, if you remember that. And dang it, Heidi Fleiss. There you go. Heidi Fleiss. This is almost no different than that scenario. And what I mean by that is Epstein was providing a service for the people that wanted to partake in this, that were to this level. No different than Heidi Fleiss was providing the high dollar women to A-list actors then. And if you remember, it was only really her that went down. And then when she got out, the second wave of when she got out was her going around on talk shows, and it was kind of coming back up again. But whatever happened to the list, the clientele of the Johns? I mean, they weren't really interested in that back then. It was her. I think a few people's names got muddied, but nobody really cared. This is similar, other than it's going to lead to kids and all this other really, really dark, deep stuff. And people should be awake and aware and care, hopefully this time around. And again, with her, it was mostly women that were willing. It wasn't like, I don't think it led to sex slave stuff with the Heidi. Can't really remember. I was younger then for sure, but I do remember. Okay, so let's get back to these Q posts here. And you guys can finish up the story. I'll leave the link down below, like we always do. Okay, so we're going to follow that family. We got the New York Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Children. Remember, we went over that the other day. So, was the Manhattan power outage an attempt to take out Epstein? How do you eliminate a liability? Where is Epstein being held? Reconcile. Do you believe in coincidences? Powerful people connected. Panic. Okay, so where is Epstein? Okay, so Epstein is being held at the Metropolitan Correctional Center in Manhattan, folks. So according to the Federal Bureau records, prison's website, actually, you can get right on there. Specifically, it deals with the sex trafficking of minors in both New York and Florida. So that is where Epstein's being held at. He's specifically expected to appear in court tomorrow. So he is being held in New York. We don't know if that, I know there's been some buzz on the Q or on the power outage in New York and involving Q's prediction possibly, or just, not really prediction, but, letting us know ahead of time. I guess that is prediction. So, reconcile. Do you believe in coincidences? Powerful people connected. Powerful people connected. Panic. We know this. That was 3429. That came yesterday at 3:47 p.m. The power outage. 3430. The Great Awakening. July 14th, 3:50 p.m. The Great Awakening. Here we go. We got the three Gishlon Maxwell connections. 3431. These people. Here she is with the Rothschild. L to right, left to right, left Nate Rothschild here with the blue shirt, black overcoat. Nefer Savuo right here. Nick Rhodes, and then Maxwell to the left, all the way to the right. So attend the National Youth Orchestra of the United States of America reception at the Royal Albert Hall, hosted by Ronald O. Perelman in London. Coincidences, those mentioned in the past, are now coming into the light. Think Lord de Rothschild. Think Gloria Vanderbilt. Think Epstein. Think. Yes. Whoa. There we go. We come up here to the tunnel. Looks like we got a secret door, tunnel entrance, another door. This is the area I'm really interested in. We have not one, but two tunnel bunker entrances, one of them leading under the flagpole house. This is not another 4-year election. Drain the swamp does not simply refer to removal of those incorrupt in D.C. So it says right here, draining of the swamp does not simply refer to just removing, like we talked about. Well, at least they've stepped down and they've left. That's one positive thing, yes. We're looking for justice. And that's what has to happen here, folks. No deals, no walking away, no not getting in trouble. Some of them will be put down, put to death, life in prison, never see the light of day again, other than through their cell or on, some yard time. So, this is not another 4-year election. We know that, and draining of the swamp doesn't mean just letting them walk away and, quit their job and go home and sit. Epstein is trying to get his house arrest in his mansion. And, can I not, wait trial here on house arrest? No, sir. No, sir. All right. So here is, they're talking about number 2 entrance, number 1 entrance. And that's what we're getting a shot of right here. Number 1 entrance, doors, number 2 entrance. So, POTUS and Q draining the worldwide swamp. I agree. 3433, continuous fake news attacks on Q validates a threat Q poses to the old guard. Fake news attacks only validate the message of the old guard, threatened. Think size and scope of the continual MSN attacks. Godfather 3. Just a little reference. We're in a week to remember. Was it a week to remember that just happened, or the one coming up? 3434. I believe all last week was huge. 14th of July, 2019 at 7:50 p.m. that came. So late last night, just before 8 o'clock, 10 minutes prior, a week to remember. And then we got this Jesse Smollett federal charges coming. Smollett in brackets. In the kill box. federal charges coming. So Smollett and the Kill Box, federal charges are coming. Question mark. Watch the news. These people are stupid. And I agree. All right, we're at the 20-minute mark. I will click into the Q proofs here real quick. So, Manhattan Anon, there is a huge police presence at the MCC Manhattan where Epstein is being held. Whole block barricaded. Eyes on. Very weak fake news story bashing Q supporters. Buckle up, Anons, it's happening. So, wheels up, golf on the vineyard, anyone? Really proud to be part of the 16th annual BT Big Charity Day. A room full of leaders and legends. Wheels up. New York Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Children. Trump traps Jeffrey Epstein. Trump knowingly says Epstein likes his young women. 2002, 2008, Epstein gets a Costa plea deal from the Bush and the Obama DOJ. 09, victims' lawyers say Trump helped to convict Epstein in September 3rd of 09. September 4th of 16, Dems think they survived Pizzagate, but Trump is elected. September 5th, 2017, Trump puts Acosta on cabinet to draw attention to Epstein. September 6th and 19, Dems try to tie Trump to Epstein, but it all backfired. Yes. The Illuminati also control of the film industry. They are the Luciferians, which are devil worshippers, of sexual abuse children, as well as kill and eat them and drink their blood. Save the littles. It's pretty crazy stuff. We know it. It's going to get there. The Illuminati, is what I like to call them. Big stuff, folks. Big stuff. We can't ignore it. Lots of people are missing out. And that's going to shock them to their core when some of this stuff comes out. They haven't been following along. Hopefully enough to wake them up a little bit. Hopefully you have the answers to help your loved ones, your family, your friends, your coworkers. Give them the tidbits that they need. Don't overwhelm them. But eventually they're going to come to you. You're going to be there to, console them and be a shoulder. Questions bounced off you. Don't ever turn anyone away. Don't ever leave anyone behind. That is the way we have to move forward, folks. Leave nobody behind. Don't ridicule and poke and say, told you so, because that doesn't get us anywhere. You're evil, I'm not. You're wrong, I'm right. You're blah, I'm the, nobody wants to hear it. And we just can't do that anymore. Doesn't work. It's better to get everyone on board, wake them up, have them be on board and move forward. If they absolutely refuse, then there's not much you can do. We do have a permanent fraction of this society that will be permanently asleep. There is no helping them. I get that. They'll just be wrong. That's all there is to it. And they will, you have a very small fraction, hopefully, that are just wrong. They'll have to deal with it. And they can be upset all they want as their favorite actors and actresses and, musicians and bands and politicians go down. They'll have to see it and witness it and come to terms. All right, I'm going to shut this one down. I'm Mike. This is a Patriot Hour. God bless, Godspeed each and every one of you worldwide. We'll see you back here on the next Patriot Hour update coming later on today. Don't miss it. Please share this video. Help beat the algorithms, and all the links are down below, folks. We appreciate all the donations. Got some donations yesterday. Thank you, and we'll see you back here on the next Patriot Hour update. Have a great afternoon, morning into your afternoon.